Focus. down low. A sharp weapon deals more damage.
Blast fire! I'm dying!
Face the unending darkness.
Run from the Magi!
Taken like that.
Marks a victory, Hunter. We'll vanquish our foes yet.
Taken like a cake.
A stitch in time, eh, my friends? Into the fray once more. I needed that.
Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met the match one sort twice.
Ha! The crew of the dive come to nine matches and I linger over long while riding my high.
Look, careful now. Your head's growing more swollen than saffrons, I dare say.
Whatever happened to that eager imbecile being sent to the northern cave?
Drives me like the sort who concerns myself with such things.
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pocket.
Tell me, Alistair, have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of hunted ghosts?
Fortune? Ha! These is a luckiest that I ever serve a grace.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend. Come Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The clothes design come to mind matches when I linger over long while writing my pipe.
Oh, careful now. Your head's growing more swollen than saffrons, I dare say.
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern cave?
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pockets.
Tell me, Alistair, have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge?
Horseshoes? Ha! Seems to be the pieces I have a great.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend. Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
The clothes design come to mind matches when I linger over long while writing my pipe.
Oh, careful now. Your head's growing more swollen than saffrons, I dare say.
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen.
Sauce hunters, eh? All right, proper, we're finally getting a hand. Things is chaos. I'm straight. I'm true. Carried by the cousins.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen.
Penny takers? Come on, you chickens!
If you've got a favourite sheep, best of all recently sold most of the tender loves to a trader heading yes. Oh, Ogget's been sorry, can't help you there.
Dearest customer, I've never seen an aura so plagued by ether. Thank Astarte, I've just the earth scroll to ground you.
The undead quiver in their mouldy boots. Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Bleeding waste, standing here without so much as a piglet in the pen.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Get it while it's fresh.
Livestock's got twice the sense and thrice the soul of the average human, I say.
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes.
Get it while it's fresh. These bags are only ours for food.
These damn birds won't fetch more than pittance.
Farm potatoes.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes. Bleeding waste, standing here without so much as a piglet in the pen.
You chickens.
Oh no, noble friend. Your upper chakras are in desperate need of a good scrubbing. Fortunately for you, my homebrewed tinctures will do the job. Or if you're in the mood for something a bit more electrifying, one of my air scrolls might give your system just the shock it needs.
Not in the mood for cheese. Their excuse is more home than a slice of this pie.
These damn birds won't fetch more than a pittance.
Right. Ain't true. Harry's by the dozen.
Pay the big cheese on your blood with a wheel of the good stuff. Aaron has as many friends as the man.
Bleeding waste, standing here without so much as a piglet in the pen.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Pay the big cheese on your blood with a wheel of the good stuff.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen.
Livestock's got twice the sense and thrice the soul of the average human, I say.
Brew and spice 'em, stir and churn.
A good day to you.
Careful, comrades. I've seen sorcerers infuse even lowly fowl with dark enchantments.
Nonsense, venerable one. Those are only chickens.
Strange! You appear to be my only client. Did the whole of Sicil eat some bad chicken, or what? I knew that fool could never have garnered so much as a guffaw on his own merits. I'll see to this matter immediately.
A talking head?
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to prepare for the next. It won't be the worst indignation.
So, friend? Oh, don't be afraid. What's your name?
1 coin or 2, noble spirit. May the soul of Astarte smile upon you, kind stranger. Oh, I am a happy man, and certainly a humble one now. A fool once was I, and ever seeking greater satisfaction than that which I already enjoyed. In my folly, I sought the counsel of those notorious Watcher statues on the western cliffs. Their guidance ruined any small fortune I might have had, but certainly granted me humility. I'd heard they were not to be trusted, that they gave fools' advice to the fools who sought them, but somehow I believed that I was the exception. They told me that I would find fame and renown if I renounced my worldly possessions, all my worldly possessions, and became a great figure of piety and humility. Fire, the most thorough cleanser, was my method. But as my house burned in front of me, I felt no elevation, no piety, only the sudden weight of my own idiocy upon my very soul. Thank you, kind one.
So those statues told him he'd have to renounce his earthly possessions to become a spiritual leader, did they? Right. I'm not going to throw my things on a pyre in the hope that the stench of my burning trousers will please an ill-defined spirit.
You think
Sorry,
that's
sir.
funny, private? Sir, no, sir.
That's it, troops. Train up while you can. The next orcish strike could land at any moment.
What have we here, then? A so-called source hunter, eh? Well, look, do what you must in Sicil, but don't make waves and don't interfere with the Legion's affairs, you hear? I'm Captain Aureus, if you must know, leader of the Legion in Sicil, by which I mean I have the enviable task of commanding a battalion of walking dead, for I fear it may well be but a matter of time before the undead undo all my soldiers and turn them into drivelling hordes of their own misshapen number. Whom would you have the Legion arrest? Gods above! Some politician snuffs it and everyone's in an uproar. Ridiculous! I told that wizard brat of an Ahu not to bother, but he just had to send for source hunters, didn't he? Bloody magicians. They see a pigeon poop and think sorcery's afoot. Nevertheless, I want to be kept in the loop. Understand? I am in command of this town, not Mayor Cecil, not Ahu, and definitely not some hotshot source hunter. So investigate Jake's death if you feel so inclined, but report back to me the moment you discover something out of the ordinary. The scene of the crime is over at the King Crab Inn. You can tell the guard you have my permission to enter. Now off with you! Esmeralda is Jake's wife. Well, widow. Everyone in town, down to the crabs on the beach, is convinced she killed him. Now, the girl has the reputation of being a flirt. There is that. But that doesn't suffice as evidence, wouldn't you say? Or do source hunters rely on hearsay alone, perhaps? That certainly would explain some of the cock-ups you lot have made in the past. What? You're going to stand there and claim with a straight face your order never wrongly tortured and executed anyone? Hardly. But I won't stand for such nonsense. If you bring evidence before me, I'll evaluate it with perfect objectivity. The Legion relies on reason, see? Not idle superstition. Whom would you have the Legion arrest? The elf? What in the name of Ahu's arse should I arrest him for?
It's true. He is a dangerous lunatic and needs to be incarcerated.
So, he wants you to kill that savage the mayor calls his daughter, does he? Hardly seems a crime to do so. But I guess I cannot allow assassinations to take place. I won't arrest him unless I have some actual evidence, though. Or did you think I'd simply take your word for fact? As I suspected.
Absolutely. Without his complicity, the body snatcher would have been caught immediately.
Shame to arrest a man who buried so many legionnaires with military honors, but so be it. I'll send out a chap to apprehend him forthwith. Oh, what now? Bravo! Figured that one out, did you? I haven't been stuck here for 2 years because we're being besieged by fluffy kittens, you know. Those brain-feasting freaks out there keep on coming, and it takes all the sword arms and all of Ahu's half-baked contraptions to keep them at bay. Keeping them at bay, that is all we do. Were that I could break their backs once and for all. How am I enjoying it? Are you spoiling for a fight, Hunter? Are you? Syceal stinks of fish, reeks of orcs, and on a good day the wind disperses the stench of decomposing... I'd say they're looking for weak spots in our defenses. They can't make an attack over land for fear of Ahu's magical machines, so they're trying their luck by sea. Yes, and he also spends most of his time in the guise of a cat, licking God's knows which body parts. We are the pride of Rivellon, to be found and to be seen everywhere. I'm Captain Aureus, if...
I hope your quest fares well, dear hunter. But certainly. What would you like to know? Oh, I am but a wizard, a guardian of man and beast, and indeed I am both. My body, like any other, is bound to temporal decay. But my spirit is a speck of light that shone forth from the eternal sun that is the cosmic soul. My task upon this earth is to protect the heart of nature, the very antithesis of which is the intrigue spun by demons and directors of the dead. Hence my involvement in Syceal. You see, my one desire is to witness a world in which every mother looks around her and purrs with calm contentment, for she knows that her chicks or children, her cubs or calves, will grow up without knowing the meaning of menace, the enfeeblement of fear. To my great regret, none of them purr as yet. Oh, that'll never happen. Granted, a witch could make the polymorph permanent if she'd enchant me in my cat guise, but I'll just have to be careful around witches, won't I? I'm my own wizard, you know, and I don't intend to become anyone's familiar. Oh, but that's not a trick. It's a blessing. Or does it surprise you that I enjoy taking a feline guise? Such magic is a gift, Hunter. To tread upon the realm of instinct. even articulate speech. Perhaps humanity's greatest asset cannot give expression to something so inextricably innate. To be out in the night, to stalk on silent paws and hunt with only the moon as your witness, you couldn't possibly imagine the thrill. But of course it's handy to speak in more than meows. And I couldn't brew potions or make machines without opposable thumbs, this I freely admit. Let's just say I have found a way to enjoy the best of two worlds. By all means. I can't say much more but that they're madmen, all the more dangerous to us because of their alliance with what should be a natural enemy. You won't see me teaming up with a terrier in a hurry. Of course, I hope you... I myself have none. Even though the rest of the town has already mentally tried and convicted Jake's wife Esmeralda. Now, it may well be established that she is in fact the guilty party. I'm not claiming that I'm certain she's innocent, but let's just say that if I really thought this murder case would be so very easily resolved, I wouldn't have sent for source hunters. I can but piece together what few morsels fell from the grapevine into a rather disappointing meal, I'm afraid. They say a woman arrived in the King Crab Inn sometime after midnight. She retired to a room on the ground floor where she was soon joined by a man who had been nursing the same cup of wine for hours. I say man and woman because both of them were cloaked and recognized by none. About an hour later, another figure arrived, headed for the same room. Soon after, a terrible commotion erupted and the thundering light of magic was witnessed by the few It took a while for the landlord to pluck up the courage to enter the mystery room. When finally he did, he found Jake there, dead. How and why he came to be there, no one knows. But I had a good look around the scene of the crime before the Legion barred anyone from entering. And what might those be? Those who are raising the dead dwell up. The enemy is wily. You have a flair for until they can... Oh, a mere trifle.